You know the feeling of a phone that stays silent, not because it's broken, but because you've made it a fortress. You sit in a crowded coffee shop, watching the choreographed dance of laughter and shared secrets at the next table, and you feel like a ghost, present yet untouchable. Perhaps you've watched another text message go unanswered for 3 days, not because you're busy, but because the weight of responding feels like trying to move a mountain with a toothpick. You value depth, you crave soul-level connection, and yet your life is a series of beautiful, unfinished bridges. You build them with intensity, with a fire that burns bright and fast, only to let the mist swallow them whole. You aren't bad at people. In fact, you might understand them too well. You see the subtle shifts in their eyes, the tiny hypocrisies in their tone, and the exhausting performance of social maintenance. So you retreat. You choose the echo of your own thoughts over the noise of a shallow crowd. It is a strange, quiet paradox. The more you long for a true witness to your life, the more you find yourself standing entirely alone. The truth is, your solitude isn't an accident. It is a byproduct of how your mind is wired to perceive value. Our thesis today is simple. The inability to keep friends is often not a social deficit, but a radical filter, a psychological defense mechanism used by those who refuse to trade their authenticity for belonging. Psychologists often refer to this as high sensory processing sensitivity, a concept pioneered by Dr. Elaine Aron. To you, a conversation isn't just words, it's a flood of data. You feel the unsaid tension, the hidden insecurities of the person across from you, and the performative nature of their small talk. Think of it like a radio. Most people are tuned to one clear station. You, however, are hearing the static, the background frequencies, and the signals from 3 other channels simultaneously. It is exhausting. You don't lose friends. You subconsciously release them because the cost of processing their presence outweighs the benefit of their company. Your isolation is actually a sophisticated form of energy conservation. In his Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle spoke of friendships of utility and friendships of pleasure, but he reserved the highest tier for the friendship of virtue, a bond based on mutual excellence. If you find yourself friendless, where it is likely because you have a low tolerance for utility, you cannot stomach the transactional nature of modern socializing. You don't want someone to grab a drink with, you want someone to deconstruct the universe with. Because you refuse to settle for the lower tiers of connection, you often end up with no connection at all. This isn't a failure, it's an uncompromising standard. You are an intellectual and emotional minimalist. Jean-Paul Sartre famously noted that hell is other people, but he didn't mean that people are inherently evil. He meant that we are constantly judged and defined by the look of the other. For the self-aware individual, this leads to what we call the Sartrean exit. You possess a heightened autonomy drive. You find the expectations of friendship, the checking in, the social obligations, the shared history to be a cage. To you, freedom is the ultimate currency. You would rather face the cold wind of loneliness than the suffocating warmth of a life lived by committee. Your habit of disappearing is actually a fierce protection of your internal sovereignty. You are not running away from them, you are running back to yourself. But let us be honest with ourselves, for honesty is the only way forward. There is a cost to this radical independence. While you protect your peace, you also starve your social muscles. The Sartrean exit can easily turn into a prison of your own making. By filtering out the shallow, you might also be filtering out the messy, beautiful spontaneity of being human. There is a quiet grief in having a brilliant realization and having no one to text it to. And there is a specific kind of coldness in realizing that while you are free, you are also unperceived. Your high standards protect you from disappointment, yes, but they also ensure that no one ever gets close enough to truly surprise you. The fortress you built to keep out the noise has also kept out the music. And yet, look at what you have built in that silence. While others are busy mirroring each other's opinions and chasing the fleeting validation of a group, you have become an architect of your own soul. Your solitude is a crucible. In the absence of external noise, you have developed a voice that is uniquely, piercingly yours. Being someone who doesn't keep friends often means you are someone who cannot be bought, coerced, or deluded. You are a sentinel of depth in a world of surfaces. Your path is the via negativa, the path of improvement by subtraction. By removing the unnecessary, you are left with the essential. This isn't a tragedy, it is a refinement. You are the rare individual who can stand in a vacuum and not disappear. That resilience, that ability to sit with yourself without the numbing balm of company, is a superpower that most people will never understand. You are not broken. You are simply calibrated for a frequency that is hard to find on the dial. Your life is a testament to the idea that it is better to be alone for the right reasons than to be surrounded for the wrong ones. I want to ask you, what is the one thing about your solitude that you find most beautiful, and what is the one thing you find most terrifying? Let's start a different kind of conversation in the comments, one that doesn't require a mask. If you found a mirror in these words today, consider subscribing. We explore the quiet corners of the human psyche every week, and it would be an honor to have you, even if it's from a distance. I'll see you on the next one.